Okay, we're on our last of these early first stage whatever matches in this tournament. This is the last one for me. I actually have to, if I want to advance, I have to perform pretty okay in it. Certainly have to be winning the match. Let's see. I'm playing this one, before breakfast. Just kind of not ideal, but it's when I scheduled it for. Been kind of a crappy Dominion weekend. Friday night I played the second of these, and I don't know, was kind of out of it in 3 of the games, and then yesterday I played the league match against Furcol and was out of it in, 4.5 of them, really without, I feel like, substantial error. So yeah, this person was really annoying to schedule with. I'm just gonna say, it's like they didn't show up the first week on stuff, and then when they did, their first thing was like, I need to play during your working hours, and that was like, no, I don't do that. So anyways, board, I'm gonna open Shepherd. I don't know whether it should come with Black Market or Sleigh on the other one. They're both real options. I'm kind of favoring Black Market just because, like, you might get some, particularly a Copper Trasher would be something that you'd be happy with. Sleigh would be trying to put a little bit more consistency into the deck early, but I don't think it's particularly necessary. This might be another Shepherd. You'd also be looking for, like, some kind of, I don't know, hard draw. That continue is weird. You can't actually buy anything out of Black Market. It just puts another Shepherd into your deck, and it's not, like, amazingly useful, I don't think. You can put another Shepherd in here, like this shuffle will be decent, right? There'll be two green cards in it with a Shepherd, or 3 green cards in it with a Shepherd. Like, that's okay. That is a lot of Black Market, I'm gonna say. Okay, well, there'll be no green cards in it with a Shepherd, but we'll get towards the end of it. I do like the looks of this modify quite a bit. Obviously, the temptation is to take Silk Merchant, but I think we need to be getting the Copper Trashing into the deck. And then, yeah, I think a Sleigh is alright to put in. Anticipating not being able to play every terminal every turn. Collection would be really nice if you get it, which you can't. Copper Trashing. None of those look particularly amazing. I could take Capital. We could add a Merchant Camp right now. I'm not overly into that idea. Just because Merchant Camp isn't particularly good. What are other options, like Gold, Capital? Or maybe we put the Merchant Camp in. Like, once we get the horses in, things will look pretty okay, right? Always Woodworkers gilded into something. Yeah, right. Apprentice is nice. I don't know that it's like, it's worse than Modify just because your focus is on the Copper Trashing, right? I might be getting a lot of these Labyrinth points, starting to think. Like, do we add another Sleigh? plausibly Sleigh Merchant Camp's going to be. I mean, it's not really draw, but it's consistency making, right? The other thing we could do is just like be inoffensive and add a Caravan guard. We'll do that. I'm feeling good about where we are in this game. The modify's making I don't know if it's making, but it will make a pretty substantial difference going forward. This just has to be Monastery, doesn't it? What do you add with it? Trading Post. Well, that's weird. You got your thing. Anyways. Marchland plus Sleigh. I mean, Marchland's going to be pretty good. The other option is putting in a Harbor Village. Harbor Village Sleigh, which actually might just be better, right? Like at this point, we're just trying to build the deck. We'll end up with lots of green cards, but at this point, I still feel like we're trying to build stuff up a bit more. I do not need that on top, given this shuffle. What this shuffle looks like. Just to say, there's only one terminal in it. It was sure tempting to take that Marchland. It is something that, like, long term, we may be looking at wanting to get a second black market for, right? Just to have a better chance at seeing it later. 10's pretty good for these decks. One thing I need to think a little bit about is Econ, and especially Econ Ramp. Like, especially if you're going to be... Well, this was fueled by a Trading Post. Trash. So it may not be the most representative turn for your deck. Like, as I'm drawing okay, or more okay, I'm definitely looking at the fact that I have been, trashing out my coppers, which, as fun as that is, potentially isn't leaving me with a whole lot of cash, money, whatever it is that you want to be calling it today. I mean, the Harbor Village is something that I probably want to hold back. I'm thinking, yeah. We could get a Longship in hand. What would I buy with it? Probably nothing. So the other option is just like straight up buy gold, which I think might be the better option. I guess I could have continued something. Anyways, let's just go ahead and buy ourselves a gold. Or playing the Harbor Village first would have been... Well, it's basically you would have found a green card or not. That's the question. Something we need to get a buy-in deck. Now you're continuing to just apprentice these Trading Posts. Huh. Like it doesn't seem like it's gonna be making it, right? And the good news is at this point you can trash, but I don't know. Well, Let's just try to keep the turn going. Alright. The farmer's market's really bad out of here. We could take another village and another black market. That's an option. There's a shepherd on top of deck. I'm not sure how much green it really has with it. We could take journeyman. That's like hard draw. That's actually pretty appealing, right? To have that kind of thing in the deck. If I'm taking the mining village, what am I taking with it? Like there is a village here. It's merchant camp, so it's not like taking the hard draw is completely out of the question. Let's do it. I could just take another caravan guard with it for maximum inoffensiveness. I think we're kind of just both waiting to have some, like, strong gainer out of black market, and so far there's not really been a thing that has been happening. Like, you're so dependent on the apprentice for draw. It feels like you're kind of just spinning a little bit, you know, trying to play however much black market each turn. At some point, I guess you need to pick up a village. I mean, continue is a village, but like what happens here? Like, what can you actually do with your black markets if we're talking continue as your village? Cardinal would have been nice to have, but well. Do I want to continue here? What's in there? Journeyman. I don't know what. Journeyman Sleigh. I mean, I think we can just kind of call it a turn, right? Top deck the merchant camp. We'll have the setup with the journeyman. I mean, that's good, right? If we really need to, we can continue a caravan guard to get drawing. Maybe just add another gold here. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Well, oh no. At some point it's like I just need to bite it and add capital, but I'd so much rather get an amazing thing out of the black market than be adding capital. Apprenticing a horse is like no good at all, by the way. It's like it's just like neutral completely. And the bishop might be okay, except there's no gains. I mean, there's Sleigh. Maybe what we're looking at is just that's what there is. Yeah. I'm gonna take the bishop. No, cabin boy. Just econ. Right. Econ for next turn. I mean, I think at this point, like, you're not realistically gonna have, like, amazing turns. By any means. But that's fine. This is a little bit ugly. I mean, we have shepherd and a bunch of green on top, so it's not like the worst thing ever. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't think I'm actually going to get through this, so let's put that into hand. Yeah. I guess there's some question of whether we play it over the Sleigh. I guess we can, and then we'll continue a thing. Probably Caravan Guard. Yeah. We just play Sleigh. I don't really want to put this stuff into the... I don't really want to trigger this shuffle is more what I'm trying to say. Merchant Camp does not need to be on top for an outpost turn. Okay. I don't think there's a need to continue there. There may be a need to continue here. I'll end up continuing a Caravan Guard again. At this point, we're drawing okay-ish. Maybe I should have gone into that shuffle. Okay, we're certainly continuing continue that. I actually might need more states in deck. Just green. I'm pretty thin at this point, so it's like Old Witch would have sure been nice. What's that? Something green on top? We could put a horse on top. That's probably a little bit better. I could have turned one of these into a distant land. I don't think that's really any good. Maybe we just add a state. We could add another black market also. Another merchant camp. I think we're going to add another black market. I do not need that on top. What do we actually want to name here? Like gold? I think that's the most offensive. Yuck. It's kind of an ugly top deck, but there's continue, so we're not overly concerned about it. Ooh, that's definitely a goodie. That's like a game-winning type goodie. We can leave the green on top now, right? Torture, probably not. The treasure trove's actually really, really tempting. But I think we're just gonna like take a duchy or something. I'm kind of light on trashing for the treasure trove, I feel like. And I don't feel like it's actually really advancing my whatever. That does not need to go on top, certainly. Apparently my knowledge of what was on top of the deck was not the most amazing. And we're still going to do a shepherd with it. Horn's really nice. Like at this point, I definitely feel like I'm winning this game. It's just I don't know how long it's going to take. That's really what it is. It's going to be length of time. Do we continue, or do we just leave it? I mean, I don't think there's much point in not continuing. Like, you can just do the like this. Put a horse in hand. I don't even know what to name. Probably modify. That's the thing I want least. I wonder if I already saw it. I can go shepherd to gold. I don't think so. I think we're gonna do a setup here. Supplies looks really good. What? That was weird. Like even to the point of doing things not in the same order as I was going to before. I don't like any of these. Sleigh. I'll just buy another duchy. That's fine. What can the captain do for me? Like, I could play black market. Collection is going to be something that I very much want. Do I want to continue this turn, or do I just take a province? We're just going to take a province. Be pretty happy with that outcome. Like my black market pulls have just been, you know, everything you could ever want, really. Like at this point, like I have a collection, so there's going to be no weirdness with that. The one thing that's still in here that's like really, I don't know, point substantial is the marchland, and at this point I don't think that's going to make a whole lot of difference. It's still going to be like 6-7 points max, and the collection's just way more than that. So, you know. But I don't think we're doing anything that's that productive in the outcome of this game on either side. Sure, whatever. I mean, if you think it'll make a difference. Gold. I'd really like to play collection before I start doing any of this other stuff. Which I mean, I think we can at this point. pretty dependably do that. Ooh, tactician. That's gotta be good. Intact outpost. That's amazing, actually. None of these are that amazing. I guess the shop is fine. I may have to continue a what's its face merchant camp, but whatever. Sleigh, outpost, attack, that, fine, whatever. Those don't need to be on top. We do a horse setup. I'm not sure how good a horse setup is compared to the other setup, which is Captain Shepherd. Guildmaster. Do we really need a Guildmaster? No. Would I like any of these? Torture, Lighthouse. Torture seems fine. We could just take the Lighthouse, though. I don't really need it now. Sleigh. Merchant camp. We just like turn horse into duchy. Take some provinces in the state. Let's see, that was your start. Awesome. I love getting amazing things out of the black market and having nothing else matter. What do we have here? Frigate. Coven. Coven with no trashing. That seems substantial. I mean, there's panic, but really it's no trashing. Start's going to be probably like Vassal, Conclave. We're going to try to just get a ton of Covens and hope for the best. I don't know if it should be something else over the Conclave. Frigate is not the most amazing thing early, just because, I mean, Vault being the only substantial draw and you focusing on Coven early, you're never actually going above like 4 cards in hand, so who cares? There is some question on like Conclave over, say, a Rustic village, but unconvincing. I mean, I'd rather hit 5 more. Right. Or what are you going to do on a 4-5 split, or 4-5 split anyways if you take the Rustic village? Right. I mean, it's a little bit more cycle, but yeah, it is a little bit more cycle. Alright, I've been convinced. This would be another Vassal. We do not want to be triggering this shuffle. Certainly. Plus, if we see things at about the same rate, right? like, I activate Panic first, and that's certainly a good thing. 2 trackers, huh? This could be another rustic village. I mean, we're gonna want some, right? Actually, quite a lot. This will be another Coven. I feel like you're triggering all sorts of nasty shuffles. Maybe they're all right. Do we want to train something? We could put training on Rustic Village. That seems alright. We'll end up with quite a few of them, right? We have 2 left in the deck right now. Panic's going to activate. I'll have lots of plus buy. Top deck Coven. So this could just be like Coven plus another rustic village, and now the goal is basically just going to be cycle through everything as hard as possible. This curse split's not going quite as I was hoping based on what was happening early, but we'll somehow try to live with it. Well, these just need to get played. Could go like 3 rustic villages. More Covens isn't going to do me a whole lot. I'm a little bit hesitant to be taking more Vassals when, like, these are cantrip goodness. I do kind of wonder, like, do I have any coppers left? I don't know. I can't tell from the trash pile. I'll just take another. What could go wrong? Oh, I have 3 coppers left. Look at that. Okay. Well, we got the curse split, so I'm happy about that. And they didn't get dumped into this shuffle, so I'm also very happy about that. This isn't exactly going to be a pretty ending, but what is? It'd be really nice to dump the curses this turn, like before you trigger that shuffle, right? Whoa, pouch doesn't return. That's radical. Well, we dumped the curses. Okay, maybe just go like Rustic Village, Vassal. What do you score from? Oh, Labyrinth. Okay, we can do that too. I guess we're like sort of liable to get the Vassals piled on us, but how is that actually going to happen, right? At this point, I think we probably just like full green. Whoa, that's a lot of money. I don't know if it's a good turn or like just expectation. I don't really want to go into that. To be honest. Like, this is so much good, amazing things. Let me just take the province into it. I'm not very confident in that, like... my anticipation is that you're unable to province at some point. Like, you don't have training on these things, so hitting 8 should be a bit of a struggle. Okay. we may end up winning this turn. We hold the pouch. This is just it, right? Like, this is 9 coins, 3 buys, yeah. Okay. Woo! Alright. I need to win one of these last two to be plus on the tournament. Good Harvest, that's the treasures turned into plus buy one. I'm not gonna look. It's gonna be super cool. I'm just gonna like pretend that I'm correct and don't need to look because I'm that cool. You know, there's some payload stuff. It's probably Merchant Guild. Just putting it out there. You have Village. You have 2 forms of draw. You're probably going to primarily want it to be this one, Lab. Kind of a lack of trashing. So we're probably opening Oasis over Silver. And then I'm pretty sure we're taking a Groom with it, not a Change. I guess there is trashing and Change, but again, I think we're taking Groom over it. I guess you can like change into Quartermaster. That seems okay, actually. Or change into Merchant Guild. And at some point, I feel like, you know, you play with Groom because it's Groom. But there are these other options that do seem pretty okay. And Change can get you up to one of these 5 costs. Yeah, alright. I'm convinced. This is not ideal. For sure. We'll probably just take a Silver. I mean, it can be changed later, right? Not like overly into the idea of okay, well this is not good. Like you hit your Quartermaster and you're gonna get to change into well, something that I think probably should have been. Do we just not change? Like changing a copper's gotta be worse than just buying the Quartermaster straight up. Or buying the Merchant Guild straight up, as the case may be. Yeah, definitely falling behind on this one a little bit. Well, maybe not so much. Let's add the Groom in now. This can take Rustic Village. Yeah, I'm just getting so much less done. It's pretty bad. Like, you have the Lab over me, you have 2 estates out over me. It's ungood. It's ungood. This should just be into Merchant Guild, I'm pretty sure. Like, at some point, you know, this is hasty, right? It's something that you want. Huh. I'll really love another Quartermaster. I'll just take some villages. That seems alright. Am I really going to miss an estate again? Well, I'm not. I'm going to take the Rustic Village off of this, but that's how I feel about it. Am I really missing an estate again? I wonder if I change a copper anyways at this point. Like, if the Rustic Village can't find squat. I'm going to play Change for the first time on turn 7, opened 1. I mean, I had the opportunity earlier, but I don't know. You know, it is a thing that if you don't trash your coppers, you don't end up trashing your estates later, but okay. I guess we'll take a village. We're gonna change this up into Merchant Guild. I don't even know. Like, am I hitting numbers next turn? Like, can I even hit 4 next turn? Probably not. I mean, I've seen 4 coppers. Like, this may want to be into draw quite badly. Carnival. Rather than the Merchant Guild, just because I'm, like, I put the Merchant Guild in and I'm not hitting 5 next turn, I don't think. There's no Oasis and 3 coppers. It's unlikely to happen. Yeah. It sucks, but that's the situation we're in. There's also a Rustic Village. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the Merchant Guild. Whatever. I'm just going to grab Rustic Villages out of this thing and hope to not have to use them. That's an estate. Could take another change. Take a Rustic Village. Just keep taking villages. I don't know. Like, I could hit 3. That's not appealing at all. So I guess we just keep taking villages and hope that at some point stuff starts working. I mean, I'll get my Carnival turn and then, I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna get to change an estate. It's pretty cool. You're gonna have 2 Merchant Guilds out and you're not gonna be able to buy squat. That's amazing. We're gaining the last 2 villages this turn. That's gonna be what I do. One way or another. This might be into village instead. No, it's into silver, because you do want to buy something. You're going to buy a rustic village, alright. Well, let's gain this one now. I don't have to worry about them in the future. Look at this amazingness. Ooh, Carnival. That's cool. Yeah, so this can go up into Merchant Guild now. We can groom another groom an Oasis, groom a change. I mean, I have enough village that I think I'm okay working with this. I'm pretty dependent on seeing the Carnival each turn, but what else are we gonna do? We have the rustic villages. Whoa, that is scary. I wonder if I'm just gonna get estates piled on me at some point. Soonish. Definitely a concern. Definitely a concern. It's not like I had room to put another Quartermaster in. This is just going really badly from the get-go. When my change missed everything, or missed a state, and like you got to go double 5, that was not ideal. I don't actually really know how to win this from here. I think I only got the villages like 6-4, which is not enough to make a substantial difference on a board with non-terminal draw sitting right there. Plausibly, this could even be Carnival for you. Like, you have so much terminal space. You don't even have to be taking the non-terminal draw. I think you have to go like 8-2 on this board for it to really matter. From behind. Right. Okay. I need to take more Groom. I mean, that's the one thing I can kind of, I don't know, look at as a goal is maybe we do get to do this, maybe we get to do this Carnival stuff, or maybe we get to do, like, Groom pile estates. I don't think that I have anywhere near enough gains, but if with enough village, you know, we can start kind of doing this Groom gain, Groom draw, green, Groom draw, then green. It's just I don't know where the second pile's coming from for me, to be honest. And I kind of get beat up by the potential on that side to just kind of, you know, take provinces. I'm very much hoping that you decide that provinces are not a thing for you. So that's kind of where we're at. I guess there's also some possibility that you get, like, some amount of village draw separation. Like, this has Carnival. No, it has Lab. Alright, never mind. And you could bottom deck both. Lab and village. And then you still have a Groom that can Groom for a stay. So I guess that's another thing that I can kind of, I don't know, hope for. Is you start kind of taking estates when you shouldn't. Or maybe not shouldn't, but don't want to, and that way that pile can become a little bit lower for me. That's a possibility. I'm also noting that I got the Merchant Guild out last turn, and did you saw? I mean, you saw how that went. I didn't buy anything. Whoa, this is lowering a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I might be able to win here. I don't know how many Grooms I have, but, like, if I take a state here, I mean, that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna take a state here, and we're going for it. I don't know if I have the village, but, I certainly have the draw. There's another Carnival in here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're getting there, are we? We can change these two things into estates, and then we're short by 1 coin. Damn. Almost. Well, let's take the last 2 of these and hope you have a terrible turn. I guess it's already there. You can just take the state and buy province. Yeah. Almost. I'd seen the one thing a bit earlier. It would have been fine. Oh well. Yeah, you went a little bit crazy. Like, if I had seen the Carnival earlier, I would have won that game. Just right there. On the spot. Alright, what do we have here? Diplomat draw. I mean, that's most of it. Tanuki is really good. I'm not sure that you really want to be, like, banqueting for it. We're going to start Diplomat Oasis, probably, under the theory that that's going to get us to 5, maybe the best. And we want both of these cards later. I think we want Tanuki before we start worrying about, like, Zombie Mason stuff. And I don't have the 3/4 to go Guardian Tanuki with. So we're not gonna do that because I can't. It'd be really nice if I could. But as I say, not happening. There is some potential for Oasis Diplomat to go really badly, but especially if you can't go Guardian Tanuki, I would kind of like to, be able to make a shuffle on turn 3. The other option is Lighthouse, like if you're not guardianing Tanukiing, but okay, we drew it dead. So now I'm gonna add Necromancer, I think. I mean, I'm not shuffling. This is hitting 3. We're going to be banqueting for Tanuki next turn. There is no real other option at this point. So probably we just do the Necromancer. We could also add a mining village, but this is going to have to be Banquet, as much as it pains me. Just kind of want lots and lots of diplomats. I guess we could add a Necromancer. Like, we have so much copper, right? Zombie Mason's pretty okay. I mean, had I gone Diplomat Silver, I'd be a lot happier, but we didn't. So that's where we're at. I do like seeing the draw cards towards the top of the shuffle. It's good. Man, I really hate having to have banqueted there. Just, it's so not perfect. And I do like when things go perfect, I must say. This is fine, right? Like, we can do this into a Diplomat and keep drawing through stuff. Any action cards in there? I actually don't think so. I think just Mason. Buy another Tanuki, because Copper to Lighthouse is pretty good. Copper to Lighthouse Diplomat here. You're getting a lot of mining village. Like, a lot of mining village. Like, way too much mining village for my taste. On a board where Diplomat seems pretty amazing. Maybe I'm not getting enough mining village. Could be real. It's a real possibility here. With Way of the Otter. You can have your consistency. I think we're good. You might be playing with a little bit more Tanuki than I am, which is not perfect. Me and my start just didn't work. But, oh well, these things happen. Let's go into probably another Diplomat. Like, how confident am I in my ability to... that is a copper, I swear. No, it's an Oasis. That's actually fine. Like, I can put another Diplomat in. And, like, at that point, I think I'm okay triggering this shuffle. Go into Lighthouse. Buy Festival, maybe. I'm not sure how much another Tanuki does for me. Probably quite a lot. I I'm just a little bit worried about, like, activating diplomats. Right. Like, do I really what use do I have for more Tanuki? I mean, I can clear out more copper. And now we're gonna go conservative. I don't know. Might not be the best idea. We may want to be playing with, like, way more. Oh, well, that's kind of you. Oh, I guess the Tanuki you're saying is representing, like, draw. Okay. I still don't think you should be playing without diplomats. Seem bad. Guardian, huh? That's weird. Like, diplomats is just so much better than trying to do this way the Otter stuff. It's my feeling. I mean, I guess we can Otter this. What I really want to do is I want to stick one of these on here, but I wanted to wait until I was feeling like I was drawing this turn to do so. You go, like, Lighthouse into Monument or something. I guess I can't play it. We could just take another Lighthouse then. Maybe take Diplomat. Diplomat, like, how comfortable are we with that? Maybe not very. Diplomat Festival. I feel like my deck's just working so much better than the one on that side. I'm trying not to, like, worry about it, but at the same time, piles are getting kind of lowish. Why do you keep giving me these amazing things? Like, you're blind masoning, and all it's doing is making Necromancer amazing. I think I want to pick up Monument this turn. Just to kind of, I don't know, eliminate some threat. We're finally buying diplomats. Alright, well, I want the last diplomat. I mean, we'll get it. Lighthouse. This lighthouse can be not a lighthouse anymore. Let's get ourselves a monument. With the assumption that I am drawing. As we just get another lighthouse. Like, things are getting low, but we can also province. Province. Diplomat. State. Just make extra sure things. Out of state. Like, I guess things could have gone terribly wrong here, but I did draw Lighthouse, so they didn't. I have a few more lighthouses than I'd probably like to have. I'm gonna say. I mean, things are just getting so low now. Lighthouse, Tanuki. Like, I guess you can probably draw around. But... Are you going for it? No. Duchy. I mean, there's fail turns in my deck, certainly. Probably not really. Yeah, I don't think there's actually fail turns in my deck. You gotta have a point lead. Maybe you're thinking that doesn't do you any good, like you have to anticipate a dud. I mean, what are we gonna need? A couple points? Okay, we're not gonna need any points. Which just puts this at, is this a win already? Yes, it is. This to Tanuki, Banquet for Tanuki. Oh, I don't even have to Banquet for it. Alright, well, we got our 3-1, which we'll have to hope is good enough. And, we'll see if it puts us on to the next round. It'll certainly be close. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if there'll be more of these or not. We'll see. See you all.